And we are live. There it is. Good morning and welcome back, Crypto Warriors, to the Gym in the Crypto episode 310. Today is Wednesday, December. Today is Thursday. Is it Thursday?
It's Thursday, man.
Woo. Today is Thursday, December 27th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay. We are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish. Even on the holidays.
Welcome back.
Greetings.
For free crypto coin, anybody win it last week?
Yes, our winner from last week was Fred Kamen. Thank you for your comment in response to our question. What would you like for Christmas, for your crypto Christmas? He had a whole long list of stuff, including the price staying under 4,000 until he cashes his grandma's check. He was talking about us being on TV and stuff like that. So shout out to Fred Kamen. We'll be sending those free crypto coins to you, brother.
Nice, thank you, Fred. What's going on, Dylan? Antonio from the UK. What's going on? Leroy Forbes, Edwin IT. Hello. Everybody been here. Some Neo. There we go. All right. Let's jump into some of these top stories. Good afternoon, Michael from New York City. Great place.
Oh yeah, come on in.
Great place. Oh, you was in New York.
Oh yeah, Cashta's in here now.
There we go, man. Cashta, yes. And to give everybody a heads up, if you see crazy clickbaity titles, that is intentional, people. We have to do that so we can drive some more traffic because, as you can see, it is not where we wanted to be at. No one in the crypto space really has a lot of traffic, but
it's all good.
I was told to start with a clickbait title, so here we are. We succumbed to some of the old tricks of the trade, right? Yeah. But thanks for calling us out. Kasha called us out today. Like, what y'all talking about? It's like, hey, look, man, we just need people to click on this and watch and get from there. Oh, I got my YouTube open. All right, boom. Litecoin Foundation to sponsor UFC title fight and bid to increase crypto adoption.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Charlie Lee.
Yeah, there we go.
Shout out to Charlie
That's what happens when you winning some poker games in Vegas. You start getting people walking by a table. So,
hey, that's why you cash out all your Litecoin at the top. That's what you do with it. You get partnerships, you get sponsorships. Yeah.
The Litecoin Foundation will sponsor an event of the Ultimate Fighting Championship mixed martial arts organization, according to an announcement published December 26th. In the statement, the foundation said it has become the official cryptocurrency partner of the UFC light heavyweight title. Oh, wow. Between John Jones and Alexander Gustafsson. That's Jones versus Gustafsson, too. If you're like me, you love to watch UFC and fights.
Yeah. My big brother, John Jones.
I sincerely hope to see a Litecoin stamp of approval inside the octagon, people. That will be big news. I think we saw it in the last big fight with the for those who watch UFC, Khabib and McGregor. McGregor had his Proper 12 whiskey, being sponsored. It was right there in the middle of the ring. I think he had like 2 stamps in the ring. So we can see Litecoin. I mean, for this upcoming event, I believe it's New Year's Eve. John Jones, Gustafsson. It's in LA now. It was supposed to be in Vegas, but Vegas couldn't get cleared in time. So it's in LA now at the Forum in Inglewood. So it's a small event center here in Inglewood, but literally if Litecoin gets out there, their name out there, everyone in that venue will be able to see it. Including those watching TV, of course.
Honestly, and this is great to me simply because when you have crypto on a world stage, the easiest way to get people to look at it is through sports. I mean, if you put it on TV, if you have commercials, we do shows. I mean, people still won't watch it, but if they're watching UFC or if somebody ends up getting it on the NBA, NFL team, they'll look and be like, hold up, this is a real thing? Yes, Litecoin Foundation, they got it going. So shout out to them, shout out to Charlie Lee. And it would definitely be funny to see Litecoin on a UFC mat, especially John Jones.
I was about to say, if you saw the first Jones versus Gustafsson, I can guarantee there will be blood everywhere. There's going to
be blood all over.
Which is why there will be a Litecoin bloodbath the day of the fight.
Litecoin dump, too.
Right. Yeah, as somebody said, who said that? Edwin IT said, watch the price drop right after the fight. I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Literally after the fight. It'll probably happen at the beginning as the fight goes on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, remember that one coin when they had you could go to the strip club and use it? I forget what it was called, but they had a fight there, and that night the price dropped like 70%.
And we're going.
I forget. Somebody remembers the name of that coin.
Was it Spank? No, Spank was the name.
Not Spank, but it's a gentleman's club in Las Vegas where you can actually use crypto. I forget the name of it, but yeah, it's like Jewel or something. I don't know. I forget, price tank. I'm sure the same thing happened with Litecoin, but Charlie Lee versus Roger Ver in the ring, that would be funny.
Edwin IT said, "Hey King, how many white long sleeves you have, bro?"
Oh yeah, infinite, bro.
Right, I got at least 6 or 7.
Yeah,
literally. I mean, they're like $20, but they're like $15, $20.
Oh yeah, and I got way more hoodies.
I can go online and like buy a pack for like $12. Get like a pack of 4. They're just to wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't be wearing different colored shirts every day. I'm not as cool as this guy with all these clothes in his closet. All right, I got
nothing but hoodies.
I got a handful of shirts. All right, I can't be wasting them all every day. Nah. Oh man, Pangy Smoke said, "Got to get Da Vinci on the show." I'm not familiar with Da Vinci. Are you?
Well, somebody mentioned Da Vinci when we was on with Crypto Blood. I actually watched. I watched a few of Da Vinci's videos, straight to the point. Love him. I love to get on with him too as well.
Check him out later. Then I will look it up later. Thank you for that as well, Pangy. Remind us it was you who told us. KH, long time no see. Hello.
Hey,
going Bitcoin, Litecoin versus BTH in the ring. Pretty funny. Let's see. Yeah, some good stuff in here.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Litecoin is a low bargain, so you definitely can't lose right now. All right. Oh, last but not least, see. Edwin IT said Da Vinci called Bitcoin in 2011 at $1. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, see, that's the thing. Him, Max
we definitely
Kaiser,
got to holler at him now.
Let's see. The Gemini Boys. It was a few people.
Does he have a Telegram, Da Vinci?
I don't know, but he has a YouTube, and that's what I usually look at, yeah.
Oh, we're going to check him out then for sure.
Anybody lucky enough to get in at $1,
right?
Bless you.
Former Mt. Gox CEO Karpelis, wherever you call him, declares innocence in final argument. For those who always hears us talking about it or kind of referencing it, the infamous Mt. Gox hack that happened, 2014?
Yeah. Went insolvent.
Yeah, went insolvent. A lot of money got lost.
Crazy time, man.
Right. Mark Capellis, he's been on trial now nonstop here in the U.S. and then Japan wanted to piece something too. What's going on with this trial?
Oh, yeah. Well, it looks like it's going to take place in July. They're looking at 10 years in prison for Mark Capellis for his involvement.
Not that bad.
Exactly. I was going to say, if I could, I mean, nobody wants to do his choice. But if somebody said, I'll give you $200 million, but you got to do 10 years.
You're not going to do a whole 10.
And he's not going to do 10, because it's a nonviolent crime.
We're talking minimum security. We're talking Nintendo and tennis on the weekend. What's up?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Visits 4 times a week? I don't know.
It ain't going to be that stringent. And plus,
you ever been deployed, people?
Yeah, exactly. It's probably worse.
You getting paid to be in here right now? I would make it work.
Yeah, exactly. Mark Capellis, he's maintaining his innocence. I think most of it is coming from the fact that he ran the exchange, sort of like how Free Ross, did Ross Ulbricht. He ran the exchange, but he didn't necessarily have anything to do with the loss of the Bitcoins because he had a disclaimer. Everybody knows the Wild West.
He was like, look, I don't know what I'm doing on here either. I'm just trying to make some paper real quick.
Exactly.
Make some friends, meet some people.
Exactly. And then people lost their money. And, of course, when you have a bunch of people coming for your head, nobody actually came for him because, people did legal proceedings. Right. But the fact that there were people with signs when he was walking into the building when his first started, the fact that he was able to make it into that building shows me they're not really on.
You didn't lose. He
shouldn't have even made it into court. If you
didn't lose him that much.
Yeah, exactly. There was people who said I lost 10,000 Bitcoins. Mark Capella shouldn't even be in court right now, honestly. He should be somewhere hurt. But since he is in court,
should be somewhere having a deep conversation about what he did wrong.
Oh yeah. And the hack happened.
Bernie Madoff of the crypto space. There we go.
The price of Bitcoin was $480 when this happened. So you can only imagine the increase in value that these people lost because they were mad when Bitcoin hit 1,000. They were like, oh man, I lost it. Man, imagine now. So we should see what happens with Mark Capellis, but probably won't be good. But it won't be that harsh, honestly.
They need to update his picture, man. He's lost a lot of his baby fat around him.
Oh, yeah.
That, but good money and that stress, man. He's looking healthy.
He's on the keto diet.
Right? Oh, man. Antonio said Da Vinci called Mt. Gox as well. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I remember a lot of the videos about Mt. Gox. I've never used it. That was one of the exchanges I've refused to use simply because from a trading standpoint, the premium was always so much higher. Like every exchange, it'll be like 200, 300, and then here comes Mt. Gox 417. You're like, how is it
really high? And
people were killing the arbitrage game. They were just buying on another exchange, selling it on Mt. Gox. And that's how people got caught up because when you send it to Mt. Gox, it's no longer your private key. So
it's gone.
When it was gone, it was gone. It was good while it lasted, just like BTCE. BTCE was like an instant send it there, arbitrage, get it going. But once it's gone, it's gone. So
there it is. All right, U.S. Defense Department wants to use blockchain to improve disaster relief.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. I mean, this would be amazing if I could believe it was true, but blockchain could make its way into disaster relief operations from the United States Department of Defense. The organization revealed in a press release December 21st. It looks like this presentation was hosted by the Defense Logistics Agency, Troop Supports Continuous Process Improvement Office in Philadelphia, CPI. Listen, people, that is the military I've ever seen.
Say it one more time.
The Defense Logistics Agency Troop Supports Continuous Process Improvement, also known as CPI Office in Philadelphia.
Ooh, those people are annoying at dinner.
This is why before I even read the story, I was like, it's hard to believe. I mean, it would be his use case in government, of course, military operations, logistics. I mean, logistics, blockchain. Oh my goodness, people. It would make things like 100 times more efficient and more cost effective, as well as more transparent. But the fact is, when you have acronyms, which we have many in the military, where there's like 6 or 7 different words, like, come on, they're trying to confuse you with just the name. You really gonna trust them with the money?
Yeah.
Like, you can't even trust them with naming the thing.
Yeah,
all right?
exactly.
But
all this word soup.
but officials reviewed how blockchain technology could help emergency responses. Again, they mentioned Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico. They use it as a case study. But I mean, basically, it's one of those things where, again, Department of Defense, you use my tax money to do a case study of something we could have told you, like in 2 minutes. Of course, it will work.
Yeah.
In fact, we can show you how to set it up and get you running in probably 3 weeks tops. All right, and have everybody trained up on it in 5 weeks. All right, so it's one of those things where, of course, it works. You're using people's taxpaying money to do a report and to show it works.
Test it.
To test it, which I get, because you got to bring it back to the lawmakers and regulators and all that good stuff. But it looks like this technological improvement would target centralized aspects of the current system, notably areas of logistics that depend on multiple centralized entities. Data sharing under such circumstances is an area ripe for innovation. So I'm thinking, hurricane in Puerto Rico happened. We had to get all these supplies from different countries. We got different ships going there, aircraft carriers, all this stuff. How do we keep track of who's doing what, government contracts and all that? You just use blockchain tech, or otherwise known as a decentralized database. So you can see exactly where the money's coming from and who's doing what.
Yeah, it's a crazy day when humans actually admit that we can't trust ourselves. That's literally what they're saying. It's like we need for blockchain to verify all of this stuff from the first shipment to the end, simply because you don't trust, verify, and that's what the biggest part of blockchain is. However, it will be interesting to see as far as how they use it. It's a centralized blockchain, so if it's anything more than a database, I'm trying to figure out how, but honestly, the word blockchain gets thrown around a lot. Just because if they can do something more efficient, they will. So shout out to let's say it one more time. Right. The Defense Logistics Agency Troop Supports Continuous Process Improvement Office in Philadelphia for throwing this out there. And of course, if you can't beat them, join them. So of course, everybody's getting in on blockchain technology.
This is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 words for the name. That doesn't include the office in Philadelphia. Wow. You gotta thank good old government for that. All right. Suspected electricity thief arrested after mining $3 million in Bitcoin and Ether. What is going on? I like this police car. I got 007 on it. It's like, it gives me the thought that this suspected thief might escape in style.
Oh, man.
What's going on with this guy in Taiwan?
Well, this guy in Taiwan, very smart man, he figured out a way to rig the electricity grid that was in 17 different stores in Taiwan to fund his illicit crypto mining operations. So first he would, rent an internet cafe or toy store, and he hired electricians to redesign the wiring. So the stolen electricity wouldn't be reported or wouldn't be metered. It would be running to him. He could use all the electricity he wanted to mine crypto. So he ended up having about $3 million in US dollars worth. I mean, good gracious, he's been doing it for a while.
I'm saying, how they catch him?
Yeah, and it's one of the ways that I'm pretty sure most people go about this is like, oh, well, you shouldn't have stole power. It's like, honestly, what were these businesses doing? How did you not, figure out your wiring was redone? How did he hire electricians to redo your wiring? Well, like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess he came in and was like, hey, there's something wrong, and it's a very elaborate plan. It has to be, because you have to socially engineer people, convince them that you are who you say you are. Then you have to rewire it and then come up with a plan to keep the money. So pretty smart, but they're going to catch you sooner or later. Yeah,
so to give people details, his name is Yang, a surname. It looks like Yang reportedly tapped the power supply at 17 stores in Taiwan for its illicit crypto mining. They say he would first rent an internet cafe or a toy store, then hire electricians to redesign the wiring so that the stolen electricity would not be metered. Oh, wow. Yeah. There we go. So... and this is what we talk about when we talk about some of these sophisticated scams and operations, people. If you're going to literally rent an entire store, hire electricians to come in, redo wiring, granted, these electricians know they're doing, so you probably pay them a little bit more too, to keep quiet or have some inside job. But to do that at 17 stores, that is what you consider a sophisticated criminal operation, sophisticated scam. It isn't any longer, right, I got this orange power cord from across the building or whatever. No, this is like... So again, imagine this now when it comes to some of these ICOs or come to the Department of Defense, Logistics, Defense Coordinator, Resources, tabs, whatever.
Continuous improvement process.
You got to imagine that on this level. So when we talk about some of these ICOs, it's the same thing. We told people last year when the ICO market, well, I guess almost 2 years ago now, a year and a half ago, 2017, when the ICO market heated up, like There are literally ICO scams building fake LinkedIn profiles, building fake followers, building an actual fake virtual office or fake physical office where they had receptionists, they had signs on the door.
Yeah, fake advisors.
Pictures from 3 years ago shaking clients' hand. It's like it was all fake from top to bottom.
People go far, yeah.
Right, but when you're talking about, for an operation like this that net this guy 3.25 mil, or some of the more intricate ICOs and scams that's pulling in literally 50 to 100 million, people are, it's like Ocean's 11 right now. People are investing $500,000 up front into their scam.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if you're gonna rent out toy stores and do this, how much did he invest up front?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
At least what, 30 to 50K?
Yeah.
Just to get this going. So you gotta be careful. Just because it looks 110% legitimate, make sure you're doing your due diligence in this.
Oh yeah. Scammers will go real far. And if
power.
If Bitcoin wasn't valuable, people wouldn't be doing this. But
obviously it is really.
It says here two principals at a Chinese school got caught mining ether, stealing electricity. So I'm telling you, people know it's valuable.
Right.
they just honestly don't want to go about it the regular way because it costs too much. So shout out to them for trying, but it happens. What's up, Tim? What's up, Tim?
What's going on? Yeah, what's going on, Tim? What's going on, Tessa? What's going on, Alpha Robbins?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody.
Oh yeah.
I think I do know this guy. The more everybody keeps saying it, because is this the one with the blue background photo and the Da Vinci thing?
Maybe.
Okay. Because I think he had a Telegram group as well some time ago. We'll see. Scientists turn copper into gold. Will Bitcoin replace as store of value?
Things are getting heated up.
Alchemy, it looks as though it is real. What is going on with this story?
All right. So it looks like a team of scientists at the Dalian Institute of Chemical Physics at the Chinese Academy of Sciences have developed a method to turn cheap, plentiful copper into a substance that's almost identical to gold. And alchemists have been trying for hundreds of years, and they've basically done this because they believe it's a gateway to riches. Meaning, if I can turn something into gold, I can have as much gold as I want and then use it. One of the funniest things about this is, long term, people have been buying fake jewelry forever and getting fake gold, fake diamonds forever. But if this is close enough where it can fool, even the best eye or even the best people who test it, that's a problem. That means the gold supply is pretty infinite.
Oh wow.
That means you can't.
Anything.
It means nothing. You can't say it's scarce anymore. You can't say you can only get it from this certain part of the world. That means if you implement fake with the real, you start getting mix-ups. People stop trusting companies.
You just use it to look at.
Oh yeah, and people, you don't want it to be a thing where people start buying gold and complaining to companies, because then you got lawsuits on top of that. That would make the gold market bad. But to create the pseudo gold, the scientists shot a payload of hot electricity. Come on, man. Electrically charged argon gas at a target made out of copper. The ionized gas particles dislodged copper atoms from the target. These atoms fell into a collecting device and to small pieces of grains of sand, which is sort of like gold. So as far as Bitcoin replacing as a store of value, if gold starts to get to a point where it's not scarce, hey, Bitcoin will be right there sitting and waiting.
Well, I
can't create more Bitcoins.
I get why gold was important back in the day and with a servant, even to this day.
Yeah.
But the thing, again, we say it on the show all the time. I talk to people in private when we do consultation. I always ask them, like, let's say you do own all this gold. How do you plan? If there's a crisis, you're not getting your gold or the money's equivalent. It will
you got your hands on it.
Not happen. Like for those who do hold, let's say you hold more than say 10, 15,000 is a good number. Say more than $15,000 gold. More gold than you will want to carry around, because even if you do have $15,000, $20,000 of gold at home, what are the chances you have it in coins? You probably got it in a lump thing, kind of how they do in the Middle East to give it to you. But regardless, let's say you had a lot of money in gold, you had to go get it from somewhere. Like, no one's giving you your gold back, people. It's not happening.
No.
And for the people without gold, if they happen to have any type of weapon, they're going to take your gold.
Yeah,
so
you're just storing it for the next
The whole thing about this gold thing is like, what are you going to do? You're going to have a knapsack full of gold. Are you even strong enough to carry it, man? Like, what's going on?
Exactly, yeah.
It's not happening.
You're going to file it down to small pieces?
I don't get the gold argument. Again, if fiat currency were to go away, let's say crypto isn't ready to mature yet and be the #1 store of value. If cash were to suffer some big disaster right now, I think people will continue to use cash.
Yeah.
I don't see them, because in any other country right now when you're having these fiat problems, in Venezuela they're not saying when we brought our gold out.
Yeah.
They're going to oil, if anything. They're not going to gold. So again, and I know I'm probably gonna piss some people off that's listening to the podcast, watching, because there are so many gold enthusiasts that are crypto enthusiasts, and I get it. And I've invested in gold too. Don't get me wrong. I made money in gold, people. So I don't want to say it just like
gold and silver.
Gold and silver. Yeah, if it could be traded, I would trade it. So I've made money in gold as well. But it's also like, Do you want a lot of your money in gold if it goes down?
And I just can't see. I mean, you can't fake a Bitcoin for one transaction. And the worst part about gold is this may just be the first step. What if they don't come out with a report that there's fake gold and then it just is discovered down the line? Because say this didn't come out and people thinking they're buying, 10, 14.
She told y'all that 6 years
gold.
ago.
Exactly. Just like the what was it? The diamonds at the British Parliament. The UK.
No, the Canadian had the gold one.
Yeah, it was the Royal Gold Mint.
Yeah, the Royal Gold Mint in Canada had the fake one.
They found fake one. So it's like, all right, well, what's up? You see that story ran one day and it was gone.
Right.
Like,
it was like, whoa.
You a little too much dip on your chip. Yeah. you got to calm down there, brother. We got $1 trillion gold market. We got $1 trillion gold market. We can't just up and get
there we go, Ishmael. That's like the only way to be fully guarded. Keep your treasure in your wheelbarrow with my gold and my AK. There we go.
There we go.
That's a little better thinking right there.
Oh yeah.
Because if you just got the wheelbarrow full of gold, somebody gonna be outside like, you pushing that by yourself? You alone?
Oh yeah.
No lie, I was selling Bitcoins. I went to Walgreens the other night on Christmas, and like 2 guys like, "Hey man, that's a nice coat, man." I was like, "Oh, here we go."
I'm sure it is. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a decent coat.
Your shoe size,
right?
What
size
it is?
I'm about to say, do I
your size?
Do we have a problem?
That's
all right. For the free cryptic coins, what are we doing today?
Oh yeah, so for the free cryptic coins, let us know what do you think the U.S. Department of Defense should use blockchain technology, or if it's even feasible.
They should use it to rename themselves.
Oh yeah, let us know what you think about that name as well too. Put your cryptic coin address. We'll send those free coins to you.
All right. And one thing we talked about doing like literally last year and a half when we saw these rankings and updates, we felt they were way off. So we've decided that we're going to do some awards ourselves this year and some rankings. So be on the lookout for that. I think we're either going to put it out right before New Year's, or we might wait till the New Year's Day or the following day to put it out.
Yep.
But we'll definitely be pulling out some interesting lists. We'll be giving out awards to some of the people in this space as well. I believe we're going to put it together in a newsletter, which should probably be complimentary to everybody so that can actually get shared around and generate some more interest in the crypto space. And we're going to give you our honest opinion. We'll have videos to go along with it where we share some of that newsletter as well. But it's going to be a fun newsletter that we're going to try to tackle many different facets in the space as well. So
first annual Gentleman of Crypto.
There we go. Cryptic coin equals Rookie of the Year. All right, there we go. Hey, you're right. Stuff like that. What was a Rookie of the Year coin? So, in addition to the comment section, if you want to throw in, and this isn't for the cryptic coin, if you just want to throw in some ideas of what you would like to see get mentioned in the space, whether it was like the biggest scam of the year, even though we know what that is, you know, technically ended last year, the biggest scammers, or the best YouTube channels, the best podcasts, the best speech, the best books in the space, the best crypto warrior fans, the best actual warriors. We have some people in mind for the actual warriors that are out there making sure cryptocurrency is heard around the world. So we'll be developing an in-depth crypto catfish. There we go. Yeah, let me make sure we write that down. The crypto catfish. Make sure you share all this with us. We're going to have a lot of this stuff, and we're going to put it out because someone needs to take the charge on this.
Oh yeah.
Somebody needs to lead the way on this, and we definitely don't want any more Forbes articles or Fortune articles talking about people who work at the Goldman Sachs on the crypto desk for 3 months, saying that they're the new leaders in our community. So
the new leaders of the space.
There we go. Crypto hater of the year. Yes, put all those.
And
the
send all your ideas.
Send all the
biggest
ideas.
Dino of the year.
Exactly.
Oh, you know we got Dino of the year.
We got Dino of the year.
You know we got that on there.
All right. So it'll be some cool stuff like that, but we're gonna make this in depth. We're gonna spend some time on it. And it should be a fun little newsletter for folks to read. So, with that being said, have a happy Thursday, people.
Oh, yeah. The Bitcoin Starter Guide 3.0.
Bitcoin Starter Guide 3.0. We're getting good reviews back right now already.
Oh, yeah. Great reviews. Thankful to everybody who's been purchasing right now. If you don't have it, go ahead and copy it because I can guarantee you somebody's going to ask you about Bitcoin. And if you don't want to sit there and talk for hours, you can just hand them this guide. $20. Here you go. Everything you need to know to get started. Honestly, like I said, it's 5 years worth of information condensed to 55 pages.
You can't beat that.
Can't beat it. So
I'm sure the mishaps you can learn from reading the book itself can save you some money. So it's $20. Make sure you support the cause.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Other than that, as always, thanks for watching, people. Have a happy Thursday. Make sure you leave those comments. Give us some information about what you want to see in this year-end wrap-up, and make sure you go purchase that Bitcoin Starter Guide 3.0 that Bitcoin Zay made. Again, this is us doing our in-house work and products. People always wonder, what do we do the rest of the day? This is what we're doing. We're reading, we're researching, we're trying to figure out how to keep moving forward in the space.
Oh yeah.
All right. With that being said, have a great Thursday. Cheers.
Have a good one, people.